Chapter 17, the movie premiere. Hopefully you're all having a good day. Now, playing as Ava. The day of your movie premiere, you're at a salon with Gemma getting dolled up for the night. I can't believe the premiere is tonight. It feels like we just started filming yesterday. And I'm so proud of you. You worked so hard for this movie. Between the movie being finished, Ash and I being back together, it feels like a dream. And I'm so glad the two of you worked things out. Do you have any idea what changed his mind, though? He seemed pretty adamant about ending things. He had to work out some past things. He lost someone important back in the Special Forces, and he blamed himself for what happened. He didn't want to go through the same thing with me. That's a lot. No wonder he was struggling. I just hope he doesn't change his mind by the time he sees me tonight. That's exactly why you should go all out and glam up for the red carpet. Gemma reaches behind her and unzips a garment bag, revealing a stunning creation of sparkling gold trailing down in a graceful cascade. This gown is like the love child of Hollywood and hot couture. Gemma, it's gorgeous. I knew you'd like it. You'll be on the front page of every tabloid, not to mention the envy of all the other stars. Though I have a feeling all you really care about is what Ash thinks. I can practically see his eyes popping out of his head already. Come on, there's no harm in trying to get on. Go, go. Showstopper. Looks alright. You step into the dressing room to change to slip into a dress. Its glittering fabric cling tight to your curves. Wow. Stand before the mirror, your reflection transformed into a vision of elegance and allure. But as you go to zip up the bag, you find you can't quite reach it. Gemma, I need some help with... The door opens, but instead of Gemma, it's Ash who steps in. Your heart skips a beat. He stops in his tracks, his eyes full of lust as they rake down your body. Ava. You have a playful twirl, and he shakes his head, a smile tugging at the edge of his lips. You really are a star, aren't you? He steps closer, as though drawn by gravity, and reaches for you. When his fingertips graze your skin, it's like a jolt of electricity rushes through you. Zip me up, please. I'd rather help you out of this, to be honest. But if you insist... He leans down to place a soft kiss on the exposed skin of your back as he takes the zipper and begins pulling it slowly up. Even once he's done, his lips linger on the back of your neck, every tender touch making you shiver. I should... turn to press my chest against his. You spin in his arms and gaze up at him through your lashes, pressing your breasts against his chest. Starting to think you don't actually want my help. Can't help but smile as his eyes trail down from yours to your cleavage, his heart racing. You push your shoulders back to emphasize your curves even more, and you're rewarded when you feel him grow against you. Oh, I want your help. I want it badly. You stay pressed against him for a long moment, letting your words hang in the air. Ava, the limo's here! Oh, but Gemma might never speak to me again if any harm came to this outfit, or if we're late. Thankfully, we've got a long, private ride ahead of us. With one hand still wrapped around your waist, he leads you out of the dressing room to meet Gemma. The regular driver was sick, so I had to call around and find a last-minute replacement. Tell them we'll be right there. Gemma steps out of the salon, leaving you and Ash alone. You take his hand. Ash, before we go, I just wanted to say I literally wouldn't be alive to see this if it weren't for you. I was just... doing your job, I know, but your job wasn't to inspire me or push me to do or be a better version of myself. That was just you being your incredible self. You're my... rock. I can fly as high as I want without fear because you're there to anchor me. His eyes hold a mixture of surprise and warmth, his features softening as he takes in your words. Just to keep you from getting lost, never to keep you from soaring. You've worked so hard for this, you deserve to enjoy every bit of it. The interior of the limousine feels lavish, intimate, as it carries you and Ash to the guarded premiere. I know I already said it, but you look absolutely breathtaking in that gown, Ava. His gaze sweeps over you, the air in the limo charged with an unspoken longing as your eyes meet. You clean up pretty well yourself. A soft chuckle escapes his lips as he shifts closer to you. His arm brushes against yours. The subtle contact is enough to make your heart race. It's hard to keep my hands off you when you look like this. Your eyes dart to the thin partition separating you and Ash from the driver. Where's Gemma? Seriously. Is she riding on the roof? We can take it through one evening without causing a scandal, right? Your laughter fills the small space between you. His fingers trail a path up your arm, leaving a trail of goosebumps in their wake. Maybe this will help. He pulls a bottle of champagne out of a built-in ice bucket and deftly uncorks it and pours 2 glasses. I asked Gemma to get something extra special to celebrate with. Champagne, raise your glass. To Celine Gray and the incredible woman who brought her to life. And to the man who kept me safe and sane through the whole process. You raise your glass and take a sip, savoring the complex flavor and effervescent tingle on your tongue. As he lowers his own glass, his hand graces your thigh. You ache for him to do more than brush against you. Taste the champagne from his lips. Without thinking, you grab his champagne flute and set it down with yours, then capture his lips in a searing kiss. I needed a taste. He wraps his arms around your waist and pulls you into his lap, deepening the kiss as his hands begin exploring your form. I'm yours to sample. He hikes up your skirt so you can straddle him, and you arc your back as he lavishes kisses across your chest. You wrap a hand around the back of his neck, pulling him closer to your cleavage. I'm gonna need more than a sample. In that case. His hand slips beneath the hem of your dress and slides up your naked leg, setting your skin ablaze. We might just have to cause a scandal. Yep. But then the limo comes to an abrupt stop. Clutch Ash to keep from falling out of his lap. I have to be careful about the whole, thingy. Because YouTube, they smacked my hand recently with, the finale of Unbridled. So I'm just saying, having to play a little safer than usual because they're angry. I guess they're down bad or something, I don't know. This night better make the wait worth it. It will, I promise. Reluctantly, you climb off his lap and fix your clothes before turning to peer through the tinted window. It's showtime. You step out of the car and the red carpet stretches before you, surrounded by a sea of flashing cameras and eager fans. Ava! Ash! Can we get a photo of the happy couple? Of course. I should wrap my arms around him or kiss him. You know what? Let's just go with wrap arms, because I feel like kissing is just, yay, let's kiss for the purpose of the paparazzos. You slip an arm around Ash's waist, arching your back into his, or body into his, while his hands find the small of your back. Look this way! With practice ease, Ash spins you in his embrace, holding you possessively with one arm across your chest. The crowd adores it almost as much as you do, their cheers are reverberating in time with your pounding heart. I love showing the whole world that you're mine. Ava, over here, a twirl in the gown, please! As you head for the door, you oblige the request with a playful twirl, and the flash of cameras is relentless. One more, this way! You and your dress will be front page news. I'm afraid I have to wrap this up, folks. The movie's about to start. Can we get a final pose, Ava? With a final gracious pose, you take one last moment to indulge the paparazzi's appetite for your outfit. Once inside the venue, you feel the familiar pressure to make your rounds, but the heat of Ash's body beside you is a constant distraction. Should we find the rest of the cast? I know we should, but all I can think about is finishing what we started in the limo. You lean in close, as if to share a private joke, and nibble at his earlobe. He growls in response. Why don't we get away from the crowd? With a quick glance round, to ensure no one's watching, you seize his hand and guide him into an unoccupied theater room. The soft hum of the distant chatter becomes a muted backdrop as your eyes meet, reflecting the unrestrained anticipation of the night. Ava, someone could walk in at any time. I know, but I couldn't care less. You press against him, taking in the sharp inhale of his breath, his dilated pupils, the flush spreading across his face, all signs he wants you. God, you're so hot. Your lips crash together against his. In a passionate kiss, he groans softly, and the sound makes your heat bloom between your thighs. His hands run over your body as you trade kisses, and you pull him closer, feeling his heartbeat against yours. Oh, Ava, the things you do to me. Like what? He tilts your head aside to nuzzle on your neck, nipping and sucking at your tender skin. As if you don't know already. Splay your hands across his back, relishing the way his muscles ripple as he rolls his body against yours. But if you need a reminder, he grabs your hand and slips it between you, pressing it against him. You know, I had a dream once about you having your way with me in the theater on the night of the premiere. Kiss him again hard. After a long moment, he pulls back, a hint of uncertainty behind the ardor in his expression. Believe me, I'd love nothing more than to recreate it, but the movie is going to start soon. And if you want to, though, all you have to do is say the word, and I'll throw you down and rip your clothes off. The steady building, pulsing between your legs makes it hard to think about anything but his skin touching yours. What else is new? Long story short is, go mingle with everyone because we have to keep it extremely PG-13 because YouTube's down bad and they don't want anyone else to have fun. As much as I'd love to, I need to show up to my own premiere. Later then, that's a promise. You head into the theater and find your seats in the front row. Your heart races as the lights dim. Ash's hand finds yours in the darkness, his fingers intertwining with yours. By the way, wait till the end of the video, I'll explain. They're gonna love it, Ava. Because they're gonna love you. You take a deep breath, letting yourself believe his words as you settle in to watch. After the final credits roll and the audience gives a standing ovation, you find Raimi, Val, and Renee in the theater lobby. Ava, Ash, can you believe it really happened? It still feels so surreal. My first big-time Hollywood premiere. I wouldn't know it looking at you in that gown. You stand out in all the right ways. Seriously, you look incredible. I'm surprised anyone managed to watch the movie. The only thing that shines brighter is your talent. Congrats to all of you. You deserve it. A reporter with press credentials around his neck pushes through the crowd, a camera person trailing behind them. We call them camera persons now. They used to just be called cameramen. Wholeheartedly agreed. Mind if I ask a few questions? Of course. Ava, as a fan of the Guardian book series, how much of a say did you have in the creative process? Your adjustments made it in the final film. It was important for me to advocate for the fans of the book, especially when we had a special visit from someone on set. I was able to make a mark on a particular important scene for Celine, in part because of them. Ava's adjustments added nuance to my take on the story. Ava actually had a major impact on the creative direction of the movie. It's true, her understanding of Celine Gray is something most actors can only aspire to with their roles. Tell that to Henry Cavill. I'm lucky that I got to work with my cast and crew that values my perspective. The reporter turns to you and Ash as the others are pulled into their own interviews. Ava, the fantasy genre is quite different from your previous work on more indie films. What drew you to this project? I've been a fan of the book since I was a teenager, and when I got the chance to be in the film, I couldn't resist. It was an incredible journey bringing the character to life. Without giving away too much, can you tell us about the journey your character goes through in the movie? Life throws so much at her, and she still finds a way to grow through it all. And find love along the way? You smile fondly at him, looping your arm through his. Exactly. I can relate to her in that regard. Are you talking about your relationship with Ash? Yes. Our romance grew right alongside the film. That's beautiful. Do you feel your romance benefited from the movie, Ash? Ash's gaze is into your eyes, his smile a mirror of your own. I do. I think it's been a beautiful parallel journey. There's been quite a bit of speculation lately about your relationship with Ash. Can you shed some light on how the things are between the two of you, and what the future holds? Well, We've been through an incredible journey together while working on this film. Glance at him, a hint of vulnerability in your eyes. He meets your gaze, awaiting your response. But to be honest, we've been taking things slow. Our relationship hasn't been the most conventional, but we're in no rush to speed things along. We want things to evolve naturally. You and Ash share a look laden with all the secrets you've had to keep together. So, no thoughts about what comes next for hashtag Ava Ash? Oh, I have plenty of thoughts. That you haven't told me? You playfully elbow him in the side, though your heart flutters to know what's on his mind. Given how often I think about you, it shouldn't be surprising. Consider me enticed. Me too. I want to know what you imagine our future. Everything. From the wonderfully mundane to the hopelessly romantic, to the very dirty. Heat rises in your cheeks as his gaze turns from mischief to devilish, his eyes raking your form. The people demand details. This one most of all. Joking aside, when you look into his eyes, all you want is to know how he imagines your lives together. I'll tell you anything you want to know, Ava, on or off the camera. And then, of course, it's a diamond choice. Though maybe we can keep the very dirty ones between us. You give the camera a coy wink, though that's a part of you wants him to whisper the dirtiest details in your ear right now. Deal. So, Ash, what does your imagined future hold? If only we could play as Ash for this, but I digress. It starts with getting to know each other better. We've been through a lot in the past few months, but I know there are a million more Ava secrets to unlock. He tightens his hold on you, tracing a slow circle against your shoulder. It's like an advent calendar I could spend the rest of my life opening and never get tired. You say that now. So, what are you two doing as you get to know each other better? Pursuing our passions together. Ava is as an incredibly talented actress, or honestly, whatever she sets her mind to. And me rediscovering a side of myself that I thought I'd lost, until Ava helped me find it again. Your heart skips a beat as you listen to his words, a sense of hope and anticipation settling within you. That sounds wonderful. The unspoken promises linger between you, painting a picture of a future that holds infinite possibilities. And maybe some time away from the spotlight, taking some time for just the two of us without the lights and cameras. No offense. None taken. No one wants to be on all the time. I'd love that. Taking a real vacation. I'd love to be on an ocean for a whole month. Just a sailboat. Something we can handle on our own. You can't help but feel butterflies in your stomach as you imagine him behind the wheel in nothing but a captain's hat. And I'd love to have you all to myself. Ash pauses for a moment, as though lost in thought. When he looks back at you, there's a surprising vulnerability in him. But, there's something else I've started thinking about lately. Starting a family. Not immediately or anything, but I can't help picturing a mini Ava in your arms or taking her first steps. Your stomach flutters at the image and at the nervous patter of Ash's heart as he waits for you to respond. I think we should start with a dog. I don't know, the dog's about as much work as babies. I'm serious. Listen, I'm serious. Sometimes dogs are more. I'm gonna be real. Now, cats! Listen, they just go in a litter box, then they sleep for like 16 hours a day. Unless you have my cats and they go outside, thankfully, because they are actually more energetic than most. I've always wanted a family of my own. When the time comes, I can't imagine a better partner to share it with. Ash presses a sweet kiss to the top of your head, and you lean against him. Can you imagine kids as precocious as you, and as stubborn as me? We'd have our hands full. And with your genes, they'd be so cute. I could never even get mad at them. Sounds like you'll have a lively household. Ava, how do you see your career fitting in all that? My career is a part of who I am. It's incredibly important to me, and I know that Ash would never ask me to sacrifice that part of myself. He takes a step forward as if to shield you from the very suggestion that you should have to give it up. I'd never want to dim Ava's talent and passion. I'd do everything in my power to lift her up, though I know she'd be on just fine on her own. What else do you see in the future for Ava? Ash gazes down, clearly curious to hear your response. I wanna travel the world together. Check. Find somewhere to put down roots. Check. Just be with Ash. The first two are good. The third one, I mean, duh. That's the whole point of being together, right? I mean, it's always nice to have a place to call home. I've been yearning for a sense of stability. A place we can call our own. Yes, exactly. I feel ready for that chapter. To have a home base where we can always return, no matter where our respective careers take us. It's a beautiful dream. Thank you both for sharing. As he and the camera person look for their next subject, you find the most of the crowd is cleared from your corner of the room. Looks like we have a rare moment of near privacy. So we do. You hold your gaze for a long moment, his expression still open and vulnerable. What we said during the interview. I like hearing what you want. You don't share that kind of thing with me often. It's nice to hear. Honestly, I was worried it was too much, too fast. I didn't want to scare you off. You take his hand and give it a soft squeeze, letting your voice drop to an intimate near whisper. Your heart could never scare me off, Ash. Never. The air between you seems to thicken as he opens up, bearing his feelings to you in this private moment. Without hesitation, you step closer to him, feeling the magnetic pull between you. Ava. Your fingers instinctively reach up to brush against his cheek, and you see his breath catch as he leans into your touch. I should throw my arms around his neck, nuzzle on his shoulder. Arms around his neck. Heedless of your audience, you wrap yourself around Ash and pull him close, fitting your body perfectly against his. His arms encircle your waist, and the rest of the room fades away as your lips lock together. This right here is all I need. His breath is warm, soft against your skin, his lips pillowy yet firm. You sigh at the perfection of the moment. You're all I need. If it was up to me, I'd throw you in the limo and we'd go straight to my place to not watch a movie. Lovely as it sounds, Gemma's been working on this after-party for a better part of a year. I have to at least put in an appearance. Good thing we have tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. You head out of the theater together, holding hands when your phone buzzes. Hold on, it's Gemma. I had to dip from the premiere to prep for the after-party, but I left my tablet under your seat. The one with your whole life on it. Yep. Poop emoji. I'll ask Ash to grab it since I can't be late on pain of death. You better not be. Thanks. Why do I feel like that isn't Gemma? Hey Ash, can you go back inside and grab Gemma's tablet? She left it there. No problem. I'll catch a cab and meet you at the party. You give him a peck on the lips and track down your limo as he heads back inside. I feel like this is gonna bite us in the ass. You settle in the backseat and gently rap on the partition between the back and the cab. I'm headed to the after party. My date's gonna meet me there. I'm sorry, he won't be joining you. You open your mouth to respond, but you hesitate as a sense of uncanny familiarity creeps over you. Don't I know you? Now playing as Ash, you head back into the movie theater, your thoughts consumed by the enchanting night with Ava and the possibilities of a shared future, but you don't find any sign of Gemma's tablet. Not under her seat like she thought. You look under the nearby seats, but jump up with a start as the door in the back slams shut. 3 shadowed figures stand at the back, their faces hidden in the dim light of the room. Look all you want. You won't find it. All 3 stalk towards you, flanking you and cutting off your exits. What the? And you won't be making it to the after party either. Not after we're done with you. Oh, spooky, scary. Special Forces training. I'm about to literally ram your head up her ass. What? Sorry, what? Continue. Without further ado, thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And now, description, plenty of things to check out. There are ways to support, and there is the join and thanks features on YouTube. With that being said, first and foremost, we gotta watch what we say. I'm just gonna say this. It's weird that on this platform of billions of users and about 80 million content creators, one such being myself, is basically you can have really sus content on this platform, and things that even are endorsing and promoting of taking advantage of children. We'll just go with that. And long story short is those channels, those videos are not taken down after years of being up. And to the point where other creators far bigger than me have made a stink about it, and YouTube still doesn't do anything. But you say a certain word in a video, and basically they will take down your video, they will ruin your channel, they will ruin your content. YouTube is just, let's put it this way, just Google the current CEO of YouTube, and then ask, right now if we're promoting that kind of content while taking down my content, what kind of person is in charge of the platform? And then you should really possibly, spread the word to people that is currently a thing, and that, there's a lot of sus stuff going on with the platform. I can't speak out enough against it. I have done that for quite a while now, even before he took office. But it seems like they're cracking down even more on normal content ever since he took office. So, I'm getting real tired of this platform, and I wish there was competition for it per se. Aside from taking my content to just another outlet, which would be like the purple one that we typically stream on. I'm just quite frankly tired of this. I'm really tired of it. I'm tired of logging in, and I know a lot of other people are going through kind of the same thing as me. They're having to upload parts of choices in other ways, or they're not doing it at all, kind of like I'm being forced to. So do keep that in mind, that we are having to skip some things because of this. We'll just go with POS platform. All right. Aside from that, hopefully I made you all laugh with the whole, kind of Deadpool-esque reference. YouTube can't get mad at me for that. But, I'm serious. I'm so tired of this platform. And again, I do apologize about this video being a little late, but I have been super, super sick. Just got done with my antibiotic yesterday. So, yesterday evening, actually. So I've only been done with it for 12 hours-ish, give or take. So, thanks again for being patient, and hopefully you did enjoy the video. Hopefully I made you laugh. That's about it. Catch y'all later. Peace out.